What do I want to do?
chicken meat onto the stick.
Chicken jockey. Is that what we're talking about? It's wild. Minecraft. It's turning into like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Like you saw it, right? You saw that like
I
Friday
saw it.
night.
I saw it
And
Friday
you
night.
said
It
it
was
was like,
wild.
It's a real movie.
It was wild. It was
It's
crazy.
supposed to be a children's
It
movie.
wasn't recently that all of a sudden you hear
It was like going to a concert. It was
like
nuts.
you said it was like loud and wild. I was trying
The
to think
kids were
like
crazy.
what was like what was the rowdiest movie I'd seen? Because like it sounded like just a rowdy crowd.
It was. It
Like did they
was.
throw popcorn at your theater?
They
No?
see. I think that has developed in the weeks
Okay.
since. I think it's gotten crazier.
Like after like the first weekend, people saw it and went kind of crazy.
Yeah, because
for
now
it.
they're having to post like signs. Like when you go to a movie theater, they're like, "Listen, we're not. If you do this, you get kicked out. You don't come
Some
back for
theaters
life."
have like accepted it. Like, all right, just come to this showing.
Yeah,
do it.
you
like,
could
like,
do it
we got
here.
a special showing where you could throw your popcorn. Because they want to sell you the $10 bag of popcorn to throw.
Exactly right. Yeah. They don't want to lose business. But I think the thing is like it's like it reminded me of like early Marvel. Like I know this sounds crazy, right? But like as soon as the logo for I think it's Mahjong or whoever they are that makes Minecraft. I don't know. As soon as that went up on the screen, the audience lost their shit. I mean, people were screaming, and I was like, "Whoa, these people are into this thing." And I mean, I kind of had an idea, but you know what I mean. But like,
The kids at school, that's all they play at lunch.
Minecraft.
Is Minecraft.
So,
Yeah. And so
I've never played a game of Minecraft.
I've tried. I tried.
Okay.
Like my kids were
There's
into
an
it. And I
actual
tried.
game
Yeah.
with characters.
It's a game. It's a
It's like
You build
it's-
stuff.
Yeah, you build stuff and you use the parts to build your own like kind of thing. Or
Yeah.
whatever, and
but
then your friends could like play the game with you.
it's
so.
kind of like that a little bit. But the idea is right. You build your own world or whatever. But then in that world, there are certain things that happen. Like it does go from day to night, every 15 minutes or half hour, whatever it is. And then what happens is at nighttime the zombies come out.
Oh.
So then you gotta hide in your whatever you made.
I
Or
didn't know about this.
oh yeah, it's crazy, right? You can shut that off though. I think like you can adapt that. You can
You
shut
can
that off.
adapt that.
People
to
have
make it-
made like whole universes. and
Oh, dude,
worlds
for
out of
real,
Minecraft.
it's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
But my kids growing up, they loved it. They begged me to play. I tried to play. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I stopped. But it's like a whole thing, dude. But yeah, no, the audience, like we were talking about like the reactions were wild. Opening night, we were there Friday night, and it's something I've rarely ever experienced that level of energy. And these were kids, but they were also because you gotta remember that game is like 10, 15 years old.
Yeah.
So depending on your age, you might be in college by now, or maybe just in your mid to late 20s or something like that. If you grew up with it as a little kid, so now you're just like, oh, this is a thing that like for us, right? At our, we're in our 40s. Yeah, I'm pushing 50. But anyway, so like, like something like, okay, I'm gonna be jacked for Fantastic Four, even though I've seen Fantastic Four movies before. But this one looks really good, and I'm gonna lose my S probably for that movie. But this was like on another level, and like there were things that they just knew, like when they were like, and it blew my mind, right? Like there was one part where Jack Black was like literally explaining Minecraft, okay, in the beginning of the movie, and he's talking about how he puts these objects together, and he says flint and steel, right? And that's something like these elements that you put together in the game. And literally, when he said flint and steel, the whole audience said it with him. And I'm looking around like, how did y'all know to say that?
That is like very Rocky Horror.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Picture
Like Rocky
Show.
Horror Picture Show.
I
That's
hear
what
like there's a.
this is
like, a lot
opening
of-
night, and you want me to
This
say
opening night,
this is
though. That
opening
Rocky
night.
Horror Picture
Yeah.
Show took years for people to get. Like
Right,
that.
and then it's like the chicken jockey thing, right? That you're seeing online, right? And it's like, so that's later in the movie, and there's this whole scene like in this wrestling ring, and Jack Black and Jason Momoa, and they're wrestling with these guys or whatever, and then like this little like zombie like character, he jumps on a chicken, and then Jack Black is in the corner, and he goes, chicken jockey, and all these other and in the audience the kids all said it when he said it too, like they just knew it was coming, and I was like, what is happening? Where am I, and what is happening? It's like I wanted to be
And then
part
they
of
all
it.
cheered and went crazy. I'm sure.
And so
Like-
now
Like, did anybody get up there? Because one of the things that's happened a lot at the Minecraft movie is somebody at the beginning, before the movie even starts, gives like a speech, like these hilarious speeches.
I don't think that didn't happen with us, but I think this is like what we're saying, like Rocky Horror, right? It took
Yeah.
a life of its own.
It's gotta have this like life after this runs out of theater. This
Oh.
could have its life of its own. It's like the making of a big cult.
They're
thing.
gonna run this into theaters for a while because it's making a lot of money, and I think it's bringing, like you're talking about, You know, we always have this conversation about like, how do you bring people back to the movie theater? You got to give them this experiences like that, because if you wait to watch it at home, you're not going to get.
I've seen the clips
Same.
of like the chicken jockey scene, and I'll admit they were probably more entertaining to me than the movie was. Because I saw that, I was like, I wish I was at that showing.
I know. I was so glad that we went on opening night. It really it made me happy. And we saw it in Poughkeepsie, which is a more populated area.
Yeah.
And then we went back to see it because my kids wanted to see it with some of their friends, and we went to see it in our tiny little town in Red Hook. And even in there, in this little movie theater in Red Hook, it wasn't as crazy as it was at Poughkeepsie, but they did get up. Like, people were chanting and clapping and stuff like for that screening too. So it seems like the energy is like kind of carrying on through some of these screenings, though. But go see it. It is good.
It's good because
Yeah.
I watched Jack Black on SNL, and he did it.
This week he was really good.
Yeah, the one week he hosted, it was like one of the better shows of the
I
season.
thought it was too. Yeah, no, my wife and I watched it over the weekend. It was he did a good
And
job.
I haven't
this
watched
week.
the latest one yet. So
Well, wait. Okay, so John Hamm was on
John
last
Hamm
week.
was-
That's
yeah,
right.
I didn't watch that one
That
yet.
was good too.
Okay.
That was a good episode. But with Minecraft, have you seen Napoleon Dynamite?
I have not. Actually.
Okay,
Oh, that's a great movie.
but what about Nacho Libre? Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I will say this: if you've seen Napoleon Dynamite and/or Nacho Libre, and you like both those movies, you will like Minecraft.
You like Minecraft?
Because it's
Okay.
the same director, same style of humor.
Okay.
So yeah, 1000%, highly recommended.
Brightest day. Where are the heroes?